The number 3 Corvette C8R won the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship last season and leads the way in the GTLM class again in 2021. Eric Miller is a key link in the chain of command that makes the team so successful.
I'm the assistant race engineer on the 3 car. I'm doing a lot of the technical analysis, simulation, strategy, going back, looking through the data, making sure everything's okay, looking for problems, trying to solve those problems. The race engineer is the one who makes the big decisions. I'm the one trying to provide him all of the information so that he can make the best decisions he can.
A race-winning effort begins at the factory, where Miller made his way up through various programs to get to work on the Corvette Racing team.
Every day you're coming in and there's a list of things that just need to happen. If the mechanics are prepping the car, tearing down the car, the engineers need to be there in order to make sure that everything's okay. If there's a problem that needs to be looked into, or we think we see some potential performance somewhere, we need to be there at all times to prepare that. Prior to a race weekend, we can be working with the drivers and the driver in the loop simulator down in North Carolina. That's been a huge help, I think fundamental to a lot of our trackside success.
Once they arrive at the racetrack, the preparations continue to give the drivers the best car possible.
We're constantly coming up with session plans. There's some big decisions that we're making in terms of what tire compounds we're going to use. We have a limited allocation. The weather and the track is changing throughout the practice sessions. And so we need to be able to make sure that we're testing the right things, executing those practice sessions well so that we have the right information to make the correct call during the race.
In the endurance races especially, the team have to be adaptable, as they were at the season opener, the Rolex 24, which they won. Le Mans in August, where they secured a runner-up finish, and as they'll need to be again at the season finale, the 10-hour Petit Le Mans in November.
We try to be prepared for everything. Obviously, things happen, right? Especially in IMSA. The start is important, but it's not critical. The car that gets into the lead on lap 2 or 3 isn't necessarily the car that's going to win the race. I mean, how often does that happen? If there's a mistake during a single pit stop, it's going to hurt the outcome of the race. So right away, we're looking for certain timings on yellow flags. We're looking for the track temperature changing to make certain decisions. We're mapping out which drivers are going into the car. And if a yellow flag comes out, you have to be able to change your plan for the rest of the race right then and there. Some of it takes just intuition and experience. I'd say that the first hours is all about execution. Just making sure that you're keeping the car together, that it's performing well, that you're getting through the pit stops. Drivers are well educated about how the track is changing. And in that last 4 hours, that's when you're really working on timings and all the hypothetical scenarios that can come out. So that's typically how we execute a race weekend.